Hello everyone. Well, this turned up today and I completely forgot. I was expecting another vacuum cleaner. It's a regular occurrence in my house, but anyway, I thought, what the heck's this? And I was racking my brain. Oh, what's that? Oh, I was racking my brain and I thought, what is that? What is that? And then I've realised what it is. But it's not what I'm opening. I hope it's not this. I don't want one of these. I don't think what's in this box is a Vax somehow. It is not a Vax Air 3 Pet Plus. That is for sure. What it should be is a Hoover Freedom Electronic 1000. It was very heavy, this box. And I thought, I don't remember the Freedom 1000 being as heavy as this, but anyway, this is what I'm expecting, vacuum-wise, this week. So, let's have a look. Right, get rid of that. Down the stairs. Now then. The auto cord rewind on this doesn't work. It might be a simple fix. I will attempt it. Would be nice to get it working. Another cleaner I used to own from brand new. When I bought it brand new, it was a pretty old model. I used to work for Curry's back in the day, and I had to work in the Harrogate branch. I used to work in the York one, and I had to go to the Harrogate branch to cover for a couple of weeks. And I got a couple of gems from Harrogate. I got a Centronic System 30, and I got that for £60-something. This is brand new, back in the day. And they also had this, and both the cleaners, they were a bit long in the tooth for Curry's to be still selling them. Anyway, it's very well packed. It also means it's going to leave quite a mess. That's probably why it's so heavy, actually, all the packaging. Okay, let's start with the two extension wands. Daisy is just on my bed. I'm doing this in my bedroom at the moment, and Daisy is looking at me. She's a bit spaced out, bless her. She's had some dental work and she's on some painkillers, so she is a little bit of a zombie dog. Well, they're in quite good condition. Two plastic tubes. They're dark brown, dark brown on this one. I think the one I had dark brown. But they did also a version, well, the earlier version was cream tubes, and I think they also did a version when they went to the black tubes. I think all this has is the hose, the tubes, and the nozzle. I don't know if it has the small nozzles. What a mess! Right, here's the hose in a Tesco carrier bag. And get it out. I'm trying to undo it nicely because I can recycle this bag if it's not too damaged. Oh, it's too far gone. I'll just whip into it. We haven't got time. Right, here's the hose. Relatively clean. It will benefit from a deeper clean. It's the original one though. Again, it's in the sort of chocolate brown, and you've got the old Hoover embossed, the Hoover double stretch hose, which was supposed to reach right up the stairs. I'm not sure if it did actually in practice. There's the cleaner. Yes, I think a lot of the weight in here is all this. Right, I haven't found, oh it's here, I was going to say I haven't found the nozzle yet. Right, let's put all this packaging in here. Now I think this is from a former collector. I didn't realise at the time, and now I've realised that for some reason, I've no idea why, But a collector has decided, I think, to sell all of his vacuums. He's probably had an epiphany like I did and got rid of most of them, which I did regret. But anyway, so he's had a few. I think somebody's selling them for him anyway on eBay. So, right, here's the correct floor tool, again in the dark brown. Needs a little bit of cleaning. Yes, a bit of metal polish. It's missing the red litter picker, that's worn off. That will disassemble easily, polish up nice. I'll get the paint marks off. It's a shame about the Hoover logo there, that's at the wrong angle. I don't know if I'll be able to sort of carefully peel that off and rotate it the correct way. So that's the dual pedal floor tool. Bit better than the one that was supplied with the Freedom 750. That had the flip over tool, which wasn't as good as this one. I don't think anyway. Right. Take off this. Let's cut that off. There we go. Right, I can't be bothered with this. I'm just cutting it and ripping it. I've got absolutely tons of bubble wrap. I don't need to save any that I get now. It's got loads of it. This one's made in Britain. I can see this one's made in Britain sticker. The Freedom is very much the traditional cylinder shape. When the Freedom was out, the Sensatronics were out at the same time, and the compacts, and that style of cleaner did look much more modern, but Hoover still kept this Freedom 1000 in the lineup, I think into the 90s possibly, or certainly the late 80s. I can't remember when this was actually discontinued. But there's been all sorts of variants of Freedoms. One even had a power head, which would be ultra rare. I don't know if it was an option. No, I think it actually came with it. I think, yes, you could get... There was an orange one with a power head, with a white power head. If I can find a picture of it, I'll pop it up on screen for you now. I know I've seen it in an old brochure. But then this was supplied with the electrokinetic head as well, this particular colour scheme. And I'll show you, like, this one doesn't have it, but earlier models of this, I think even the ones without the power head, there was a little part here. This is the exhaust grill, and just here, it's a bit far for you to see, but just here is the piston bag full indicator, and just above this bit was a little piece. I think you pushed it down at the back and it popped up at the front, revealing a socket, which is where you would plug in the optional power head if it didn't come with it. And you had to clip, it was one you had to clip the tube, the flex to the hose. I'm not sure, they might have done one with a power hose. I think I might have seen a catalogue picture, but I'm not 100% sure. So, right. It's in pretty good shape, looking at it. There's no deep marks or scratches. Now, in my experience, a lot of cylinder type vacuums seem to fare better for damage than an upright, because a lot of the wear and tear on when using a cylinder, of course, is on this part. This bit is what gets knocked into the furniture and scraped underneath things, whereas on an upright, obviously, it's the main hood where you get the deep grooves, the deep scratches and the surface scratches. But because this is just pulled along behind the main action, unless you're very rough with the vacuum, they tend to survive a lot of the damage, especially if they've got a decent bumper around them. Right, pretty pleased. So, well, I think that's a bit dodgy as well. Oh no, it's working. Foot operated on off. Now this is what's... Oh! What? Well, it was advertised as not working. How has that happened? Have I... I don't know. What? Well, that works. Well, thank you. I don't know why. I'm not sure why it was described. I mean, it was listed. The picture showed the flex, you know, all over the shop. And it said the cord rewind doesn't work. But it does. So I'm pleased about that. Right, what I'm going to do, folks, we'll have a bit of action, shall we? Shall we have a bit of vacuuming action? I'll pick up the big bits, because I don't think the vacuum I'm about to use will take kindly to the huge bits. No vacuum would. Just going to quickly vacuum up this rug. We'll have a closer look at that Freedom. I'm pretty pleased with that the Flex Rewind works. Well, I was going to use... I'll use my Shark, because I've got it out. At the time of making this video, no idea when you'll be seeing it, at the time of making this, I've just done the demo of this Shark, which is a very good vacuum, I must say. Right, it is plugged in. Right, I'll quickly whip this. Yeah, bit of action for you, a bit of unexpected vacuuming. Right, that's got the worst off. There we go. Don't want to be showing you this old vacuum on a dirty carpet. Right then, let's reposition the camera, get a bit closer in on the action, and we'll have a bit more of a closer look at this Hoover Freedom Electronic 1000. Let's have a look at the rating sticker in surprisingly good condition. So it's a Hoover model S4254. 240 volts, 50 hertz, 1000 watts, double insulated, Beeb approved. The serial, if we can date this, S4254 309-00835. Oh, what does that mean? Does that mean 83? I'm not sure. I think it's 3 the year. It's not 73 and it's not 93. It could be 83. Trademark of Hoover PLC, made by Hoover PLC, Great Britain. Well, I hope this rug isn't too distracting. We can still focus on the vacuum. This rug looks quite good with this. It's a bit sort of retro. I bought this rug. I'm always buying rugs. Not because I need a lot of rugs in my house. It's because I like to buy rugs and to dirty them up to demonstrate carpet washers. And this one, so far, hasn't been dirtied. But there's still time. Here we go then, the Hoover Freedom. This one's made in Britain sticker with a bulldog. I will leave that on. If I'd bought this new, I wouldn't have. This side is fine. A little bit of wear. There's always wear here. Where the flex goes in, you can see, because it's been pulled out from this angle and this angle, it's worn away. But, you know, I won't be able to get a new part there. There'll be very little I can buy for this cleaner. I'll be able to buy bags and the filters, but that's about it. Let's have a look at the condition of the filter. I think, is it the front or the back it comes off? The front. Oh, it's not in bad condition, that. I've had trouble getting genuine filters for the orange Freedom that I've got. But these, I have seen these. That isn't bad anyway, but I probably will buy a new one. It's a little bit dirty. I probably will strip this down and give it a clean to get all this off. fairly easy to take apart. You have to undo the screws at the bottom, and then it all comes in two, sort of thing. So there's the piston bag check indicator. So here would have been where this black piece is. This is where earlier versions would have had the power take-off socket on them. Right, pop that back in. There will be a filter. There should be a filter anyway. Pre-motor filter as well. All in all, well, as long as it works. The pedals do look a bit odd. It might be the case that the spring in here, there might be a spring that's missing. I don't know, but it seems to work. Whether that was a fluke and it'll stop working. Right, so that lines up there. Well, that worked. Here we have the dial. It's a bit hard to see. Well, I think I might get some silver paint. I probably won't, but it's hard to tell from your angle and hard to see for mine, but it's on setting 1. There should have been a little silver. There's a little raised bit, and that should have been coloured silver. So one of those tiny little tins of silver paint, you know, you see for model making, and a tiny brush would put that bright, if I ever have time to do such a thing. So we've got speed from 1 to 6, and this is your mains on light here, which hopefully will work. I think that glows amber, and it's actually the Hoover logo. I'll do some post-production close-up shots for you, so you should be able to see that. And of course at the back we've got the 2 pedals, on-off, flexi-wind. And that doesn't, I'm sure I've had one that says Hoover at the back. I'm sure, I might be in the earlier one I've got, had Hoover as well. I think this uses the same motor. I'm not sure. No, it won't, because it's a high wattage. No, ignore me, folks, as most of you do. So 2 wheels. Oh, one's been replaced. But it's been replaced with a genuine wheel. But I think that's black, isn't it? And that side is brown. That's how it should be. So again, if I did buy a tiny tin of silver paint and didn't have any gins, I could go over that and make that look a bit better, but it's still black. That's I don't know if it's been apart, this, because that bumper isn't quite right, but I'm not too fussed about that. So it says Hoover on either side. This black Hoover comes off. It did on my mum's Hoover Freedom 750, the red one. I was a bit vigorous cleaning it. I was always cleaning and polishing my mum's vacuum, and that came off. And as you can see, where's it, that side? Oh, it has on this one. It has started coming off where the H is. I don't know if you can see that. There's something rattling about inside. There's a close-up of the sticker. This was sticker. You would find this sticker on the juniors and the seniors, Power Pluses. They stopped, I don't know when they stopped using that sticker. It was often on the handle, just below the hand grip of the uprights. I never saw it on the Turbo Powers or Turbo Masters. Right, at the front, this is obviously the suction inlet, and this is the Hoover bag ejector. To get at the bag, you've got this little plastic catch. We've got a swivel caster on the basic Freedom 750. That was just a dome, didn't have a wheel. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Hang on. Oh, that doesn't want to. That doesn't want to open. I don't want to force anything because. Oh. Eggy thumpers, they say. Oh, there we go. Phew. Right. The bag is in, but not correctly fitted. It's a bit pretty. It's been used, of course. So I've got quite a few genuine bags. This is quite a large capacity, really. And here's the top. So when you use it, if a bag ejector works, which you're supposed to push it upwards. That reminds me of the Keep Britain Tidy logo a bit. A little stick man. So you're supposed to, it's a bit, it needs cleaning. Once it's cleaned up, I think that's going to move easier, but that you push that up, which disengages, it's supposed to disengage the bag. The bag wasn't quite correctly fitted, but it's supposed to push. Oh, somebody around here has got an awful sounding motorbike. Right, there we go. So that's how it should have been. So if it does work, you take it to your dustbin and you push these. Oh, it did work. There you go. Simple and hygienic. And then it just clips, the new bag would just clip on. You'd locate it at the bottom and make sure it's clipped on up there. So obviously the Freedom 750 didn't have the bag ejector. That was another deluxe feature of the Electronic 1000. A bit of muck in there, but there is the... Now, is there something missing? No, I think that is correct. Now, on the earlier versions there would have been a grill, a hinged grill to get access to that. But it's just got some tabs. It's still quite clean. I mean, I could get away with just lightly hand washing these, but if I can find some genuine replacements, I will get them. This really does need, you know, taking apart and giving a proper clean. With these, the motor is back to front, so the fan isn't this side. The fan is at the exhaust end of this machine. It's a bit different to most vacuums. Most vacuums, it's fan first. Now, I don't know why Hoover did that, actually, because thinking about it, having the fan first, wouldn't that cool? No, I suppose it would still, the motor would still get air flowing through it, no matter which way the fan was. So basically, this is blowing to correct the vacuum. Instead of sucking, it's blowing out of the back, which obviously is creating a vacuum in here, and the air is being forced through the hose. So there's that. Let's just pop that. So it just, this felt filter just pops underneath some tabs, which is a little bit fiddly. There's 4. Is there 4 tabs? Yep. That goes under. Pop the bag back in. We'll turn it on, of course. Well, let me just tip this nasty gritty stuff. There we are. So this will be, this will clean up and polish up nicely. I keep getting asked, what polish do I use? I have said this in a few videos. I'm not sure if you can get it, you'll probably be able to get it outside the UK, but the polish I like for the vacuums is a car polish, and it's called Auto Glim. There are other car polishes, I'm sure, pretty good. I used to use car polish, actually, come to think of it, long ago, but this was in the days of turtle wax type car polish, and it left a white chalky residue over everything, and if you got the turtle wax on any textured plastic, you'd had to get, you know, soapy water and a little brush to remove it. The Auto Glim, I found, even if you get it on the textured parts, it just wipes off, but it gives it a lovely shine and gives a little bit of protection, I think, to the finish. Just be careful when you any vacuum, if you're getting an old cleaner and you're cleaning it up, just be careful, like here where you've got the printing, where you've got the brands, anything that's not embossed, you've got to be careful that it might rub off. Well, let's hope once I pull out the cord it will go back. It might be dodgy. That's the thing. It could be dodgy. Well, it's not, yeah. You see, there is something wrong with these pedals. They're not sitting quite right to my eyes. So, yeah, the flexi-wind, at least I don't think it's major. If it did actually rewind in, so it's nothing that probably I can't hopefully fix. Right then, folks, let's plug this cleaner in and see if she works. Now that's a good sign anyway. There is power getting to the cleaner because the mains on light has come on. I don't know if we can quite see. If I zoom in, you might be able to see that it actually says Hoover. There you go, just try and hold it still, get it. There we are. Yeah, you can just see it's embossed with the famous Hoover logo. Well, I'm going to be very, very brave. I know I'm getting reckless in my old age. I'm going to be very brave, folks, and switch it on without being several feet away. I know, I'm a rebel, but... Right, I'm going to have it, it's on, what's it on? Oh, no, I don't want it on 6, I want it to start on its lowest setting. I will back off a little bit. Right. Whew. Obviously everything's okay, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. Hopefully. Right. That's not bad. It's not as noisy. Just listening for the wind down. That isn't bad actually. I don't think there's much wrong with the sound of that, to be honest. A little bit smelly, but are you alright, Daisy? In the background there, having a bit of a cough. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a motor smell. It would probably benefit from everything. You know, I've got so many vacuums that would benefit from a decent strip down, you know, and a decent clean and a lubrication. And one day, maybe when I retire, I'll be able to do it. Let's pop the hose in. It's a shame it's lacking the other tools, but I do actually have. I mean, it is a genuine Hoover one, and it's the right colour. But it's a Sensortronic one. I do have a chocolate brown all-purpose nozzle, but it's more of, you know, it's for the Sensortronics. Right, it's saying charge my battery pack, so I'm just going to have to pause and plug this camera into the mains so I can finish up this video. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. I thought my battery was fairly charged, but I'd forgotten I'd used my camera quite a lot to make a demo, so I forgot to charge it up again. Well, all in all, I'm pretty pleased with this. I think it cost me, ironically, I think it cost me about the same as it cost me when I bought it brand new, and I got it quite cheap brand new. I think it was about £58 when I got it from Curry's in Harrogate. Well, what I did, because I had to go on the train to the Harrogate branch when I was working there, and because I couldn't carry them with me, I got them transferred, whatever system Curry's used to transfer goods between stores. So I had this when I had it new, and my Sensortronic System 30, I had both of those transferred to the York store so I could take them home. And I think I must have walked home. I used to cycle into York on my bike from village just outside York, and many a time I used to walk home with a vacuum cleaner sort of strapped to the bike, or just oh crikey, and I used to smuggle them in so my mum and dad wouldn't know I brought another vacuum home. Some of you might know what that's like. when you're living at home, my mum and dad were fairly supportive, I think, of my unusual interest. Right, we'll just pick up this little bit of muck that the Freedom's left on this rug, and then I think we'll call it a day for this video. So there we have it, the Hoover Freedom Electronic 1000 vacuum cleaner. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with that. The flexi wind probably needs a little bit of attention, but not as much as I thought it might need. Just needs a good clean and a polish. And if I can source a set of 3 tools in this colour brown, that would be fantastic. I'll just keep my eyes peeled for anything turning up on eBay. But yeah, very traditional looking vacuum cleaner, very old-fashioned by today's standards, of course, and it's got a bag. Not many vacuums have bags these days, do they? More's to the pity. But still, the quality brands do offer bagged vacuums. Well, I say quality. Hoover still, at the time of making this video, Hoover still offer bagged vacuums if you want them. They're still better. Even Hoover are pretty poor nowadays, but their bagged vacuums are better than their bagless ones. So, there you go. Thanks for watching, folks. Lots more vacuum action coming up. New vacuums, old vacuums, maybe more washing machines. Who knows? Plenty more to view on this channel. So please thumb up if you've got any questions or comments about this vacuum. Share them below. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.